if you belong to a country which has an active treaty signed with the US and you plan to move to the USA along with your family for better prospects of your life and your future of your next generations, then there is an opportunity for you, and that is that you can start a business or invest in an existing business or acquire an existing business within the USA and qualify for USA e-business visas program. So let me explain you how does the e-visas works for the USA and how can you take the benefit if you belong to a treaty country for USA. Hi, my name is Rahil Sheikh and I'm a business consultant and investment migration expert based in Virginia, USA. In my firm Startup Business Bureau, we provide consulting and management services to the foreign investors and entrepreneurs who want to establish a businesses in the US or they want to acquire the US e-business visa program. So what is the e-visas for the USA? So basically, there are certain types of e-visas in which the most prominent ones or the most lucrative and affordable ones are E1 treaty trader visas or E2 treaty investor visas. Now, how does these two visa programs work? If you are from a treaty country, for example, Canada, UK, Australia, most of the European countries and some of the Southeast Asian countries as well, they all have treaty relations signed with the USA. So if you are from any of these countries and you plan to establish a business in the USA or you plan to move to the USA along with your family, your spouse and your kids who are under 21, now you got the two major opportunities. You got the two different types of visa programs, which is if E1 treaty trader visas is for those who already have an existing business established in their home country, which is a treaty country to USA, and whatever the services or the products you are offering in your hometown, that services are basically sold out or being offered to the clients and the customers inside the USA, at least to the majority of your overall business volume. So, for example, if you have a product which you are selling to the US customers and this sales volume increases more than 50% of your total sales of your firm, or if you are a service providing company and you are providing services to the US businesses or the US customers and the majority of your service volume comes from the USA, then you are qualified to apply for E1 treaty trader visa. So based on your existing setups in your hometown, you can qualify for a business visa programs for USA. You can move to US, you can come along with your family, you can shift your family to USA and start living your American dream. On the other side, if you are not an existing entrepreneur or if you don't own an existing business or your existing business in your hometown does not deal with the US market, then you got another opportunity which is called an E2 treaty investor visa. Now, how does the E2 treaty investor visa works? Basically, you have an option to start a brand new business in USA or acquire an existing running and established business in the USA, and this business can be from any legitimate and active business categories. You can practically do any kind of a business which you get an expertise for, and you have to invest a substantial amount of money into that business. Now, how do you define the substantiality of the investment part is every business has a different requirement of initial capital investment. So whatever the business you choose, whatever the industry you choose, that would have their own terms of the investment requirement or a startup capital requirement. So every business has its own requirement and your investment must match that particular industry norms. So as long as if you match that particular industrial requirements and you follow the business guidelines and you spend that money into the business, you make that sufficient investment, which can be as low as 50,000 depending on the services business, as good as 500,000 depending on if you are going for a construction business, for example. An average reasonable secured or safe investment in this model for E2 treaty investor visas are considered to be somewhere between $125,000 to $200,000 depending on the business, but that is the amount which you keep in your mind, and you can put into the business, and based on that you can qualify for E2 treaty investor visas. So practically for E2 visas you need to invest or spend that whole investment, or the majority shares of investments at least, into acquiring the business or into setting up the whole infrastructure, and based on that you would be qualified to put your petition, to follow your petition for US investor visa programs. So if you are interested to establish a business in USA and follow the e-visa programs, then feel free to reach out to me, and I would be happy to respond back to you and work with you in making your American dream come true. Thank you. Have a good day.